Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Marble Madness Season 5. It's crazy to think that we've already hit our 5th season of this competition, but it's shaping up to be one of the best, with brand new tracks for every stage, including the first one, where we've had the same track for the past 4 years, but this one has slight alterations. As you can see, a little jump into this straight section, where these little obstacles will make marbles have to avoid them if they want to win. Then a couple of curves to get it done. And without further ado, let's begin with the upper left part of the bracket and Avalanche and Celtic. And they are in the blocks, ready to go. And they're off. And it is Avalanche who wins the joust, has the lead. This is the defending champion of Marble Madness. A little bit of trouble for him, but Celtic gets hung up. And Celtic will not beat him. That was closer than it might have looked to. You see, they both get hung up. Celtic had the speed, but hit his second one of those barriers, and it arrested all the rest of his momentum. Now Slenderman and Vortex, and Slenderman gets the better jump here. Holding it, stretching it a little bit, gotta keep it clean. Vortex can't. Maybe you saw it written in the stars. Slenderman had a dominant lead and held on to it with a good line. Vortex, the first victim to be claimed of presumably many by these little obstacles. Now Banana Split and Goldfish. Banana Split, of course. Marble invitee representing the Marble Summer Championship and associated competitions on this channel. And he's got the lead. And he's going to pick up the win over Goldfish. And so a little bit more information about that Marble Invites competition with a bunch of channels, and Banana Split is representing us. So it'll be coming this summer probably. As look at this, Prairie Grass wins the joust in a major way over Titanic. He sends him off the track, and he's going to end up winning this race. And let's watch this replay. Look how lockstep they are for such a long time, and then boom, he just pops Titanic right off the track. Big win for Prairie Grass there. And now Slimeball and Cloudstorm off and running, and it's Slimeball out into the lead. He's got a big gap, probably the biggest we've seen all day. A little bit of trouble. Cloudstorm's going to get right back into this race, down to the line, and he won't get him. Slimeball hangs on. A little bit of trouble there. Cloudstorm managed to avoid all the obstacles, but just could not find the way around in time. And now it's the fan favorite, Google Earth, as the 6th seed versus Flame, and he gets the jump. And Flame is right there with him. Kind of hard to see on that track as they go over the jump. Google Earth falls off the track. Victim of the obstacles. Flame survives and advances. Unfortunate for Google Earth, and his Marble Madness woes continue. Now Bumblebee and Peacock, and this time Peacock does get the jump. It's a little bit of a switch up right there as he goes over the jump, but and he suffers the same fate as Google Earth. It's Bumblebee across the line. And once again, it's that first blocker that's really the only one that seems to be causing problems. But unfortunately for Peacock, his tournament ends early. And now Blitz and Scorpion. Scorpion a 15 seed, but also a former champion. And he's got the speed to show why. Oh, and now the third one in a row where he falls victim to that obstacle. Blitz survives. Blitz was a Elite 8 participant last season. Could have gotten eliminated there if Scorpion took a better line, but he didn't. And so that's a wrap on the first section of 4 today. Quarter of the way done with our races, and now into the second section of the bracket. We open with Patriot and Grasshopper. Patriot a 1 seed. He was a Final 4 representative last season and almost lost it, but hangs on over Grasshopper here, but it is very close between them. Bit of trouble. Oh, Grasshopper into the back of Patriot, and his momentum is going to come to a complete stop. Patriot finishes in first. And watch this in slow motion. Oh, there was contact there, and it pushed Grasshopper into that last obstacle, completely stopping his momentum. Now Werewolf and Cherry. After the chaos that was that match, we'll see if we get a calmer one here. And Werewolf got a huge lead. Oh, he goes the high side, avoids all the obstacles all the same, and hangs on. Cherry goes down. But look at this. This is confidence from Werewolf. Just barely avoids him. Haven't seen that high line taken very much today, but he made it work. Now, Skyline and Dandelion. And it is Skyline who gets the better jump. And he's almost gapping Dandelion out of frame, but here comes Dandelion back into this race. Contact made. Skyline's going to hang on. Close, but once again, it seems like while these front marbles are having trouble with these barriers, the back ones just aren't careful enough with their moves. And he just pinches Skyline forward instead of getting him out of the race. Now, Cyclone and Winter Blast. And it's Cyclone with the lead, but this is another very close start. And it's Cyclone. Both of them take opposite lines, and Winter Blast is the one who suffers the defeat there. It's surprising that high line, only I've seen it taken twice out of all of these runs, and both times the winner has taken it. So maybe that is the strategy if you want to avoid them, but it seems pretty hard to line up Now Flare and Blue Moon, and it's Flare with the lead, and he comes into contact with one. Here comes Blue Moon back into this race, and he's hounding him, but he's not going to get him. Flare hangs on. Contact was made once again. Blue Moon kept it clean and just could not find the way around. Expert defense from one of the more veteran marbles in the competition. You wouldn't expect anything else from Flare. Now it's Royalty and Monarch. And they're off. Royalty has the lead. Monarch is right with him here. This is another really close one. They both hit a barrier. Now they go into the switchback, and Monarch gets around. Monarch's going to win this race. The first time we've seen that move executed today. They both hit the same barrier. Somehow both stayed on. And right there, Monarch, slightly different line, is the better one. And he's going to come up with the win in easily the best race of the day. We'll see if Mudslide and Pineapple can replicate that. And it's Mudslide. He's got the lead. Pineapple is keeping this one fairly close. And oh, he gets around him. Somehow Mudslide falls off. And I'm not sure if there was contact between them or it was just the high line not working. They both went in the high line. And yeah, just contact with that second barrier for Mudslide ends his tournament. It's really precarious to navigate both your speed and staying on the course. Now, Ghosts and Minty. And it's the Ghost with the lead. And now he goes down. That's another former champion out in the first round. Minty is going to pull off the upset, and they both hit that barrier, but Minty was able to keep it under control. In a hectic second part of the bracket here, we're halfway done with the day, and on to the third. Octopus and Demon's Eye will be opening us up, and that match is right here. Octopus, of course, runner-up last season. Demon's Eye, though, gets the jump. Oh, and he's gapping him. This is not very close at all, and Octopus is off the track. Demon's Eye is going to win this race. The first one seed falls in the first round today. And Demon's Eye, he's part of this perfect attendance club, which only contains himself, Patriot, and the Wasps. And so far, both of those two staying true. Wasps will race later in this round. Candy Pop got the lead on Fireball, keeping it close, a little bit of contact. Here comes Fireball back into this race, but can't find a way around. Candy Pop hangs on, and Fireball's tournament ends here. He seems like he's always an 8 or a 9 seed in these tournaments. Never really gotten the success to make a deep run, even though he's one of the oldest marbles in competitions. And now Electric Eel and Tidal Wave, one of the fan favorites in Electric Eel. Oh, this is a huge joust, but Electric Eel comes up with the lead. Now here they go, right on each other. Oh, and they both go off the track. And you're going to see this replay. I mean, that was some kind of joust. Electric Eel finally got in front, and then Tidal Wave was right on his back. And as they hit the barriers, they both go off. And so we'll run it back for part 2. Electric Eel's got the lead. This one is a bit bigger. Has some trouble. Hits a second barrier, and Tidal Wave gets around, and Tidal Wave gets the win. Oh, man. Electric Eel, tough luck there. He hits 2 barriers. And meanwhile, Tidal Wave cruises on by. Now Supernova and Forest, and it's Supernova with the lead. Forest keeping it fairly close here. Could make this a battle. Oh, and that is going to do it. Another marble claimed by these barriers. It just feels like we're getting more and more as the race goes on. It's unpredictable. That's the exact design of the course. Now it's Tree Frog and Silhouette, and Tree Frog is dominating this race. Just got to keep it clean. Didn't really, kind of hit a couple of barriers there, but it's not going to matter. Silhouette can't catch him. Tree Frog advances. We'll just make sure, I mean, he's just so much faster than Silhouette. One of the fastest marbles, you'd have to say. Not just because he's up against one of the slowest ones, but he just truly is unbelievably fast. And here is the last member of the Perfect Attendance Club, trying to make them continue that 3-for-3 streak. It is the Wasps with the lead. Now a bit of trouble. Party's right on his back, but the Wasps are going to hang on. And the perfect attendance in the round of 32 is confirmed for all 3 who had that going for them entering today. It's now 5 straight seasons of winning their first match for Demon's Eye, Patriot, and the Wasps. Now Hurricane and Chargers, 2 of the OGs in the competition. And it is Hurricane who has the lead. Chargers trying to make this close. Both of them avoid the blocks. And it's Hurricane who ends up winning it. Pretty smooth run here, and he's actually not had a terrible set of fortunes in these tournaments. Never had a deep run, but he always seems to put together 1 or 2 wins every other year. Now Vampire and Zombie, one of my favorite color matchups here, that bright red and that dark green. But here comes the dark green of Zombie, getting right back into this match, and he can't find the way around. We've seen that story play out so many times today. And once again, it seems like it's only been Monarch who's able to make that last move. And Vampire hangs on for the win. That's 3/4 of the race is done for today. One more to go. And it is going to open with Sea Turtle and Tide Pod. And Tide Pod always seems to be like a 16 seed, but he's got some serious speed. Can't overlook him. Here we go. Sea Turtle wins the joust. It was a little bit messy. Now he's stretching this lead. And both of them avoid the blocks. Tide Pod is not going to be able to make the move. And unfortunately for him, his tournament ends right away. Sea Turtle advances and keeps his run alive. Rocky Mountain and Parrot now. And it's Rocky Mountain and Parrot very close together here. And now they come into slight contact, and Parrot is off the track. Rocky Mountain wins it, and I'm not sure if contact influenced that hit or not. I don't think it did, but unfortunately for Parrot, couldn't save it. Now Nightfall and Evergreen. Evergreen, who had a miracle run, I think 2 seasons ago at this point. It feels like it was just yesterday for me. But Nightfall's got the lead, and now he goes off the track. And Evergreen, not the fastest marble, but it's going to work out anyway because Nightfall couldn't keep it clean. And Evergreen cleans up the mess. Now, Circus and Cookie Dough. And it is Circus who gets the lead. Cookie Dough had a good run a couple of seasons ago, but it looks like it might be Circus's time. He keeps it clean, goes around the bend, and finishes the race. Cookie Dough was never really in this one after the joust, which really was Circus the whole time. And this race, not particularly close. Inferno and Twisted Thicket. Overall, marbles in this 4th part of the bracket have done pretty well at avoiding the obstacles, I have to say. It's Inferno. He goes over the jump. Both of them avoid it again. Here comes Twisted Thicket, though. Right onto his back, he pinches Inferno across the line. And he's going to survive. Close call there. Right here is where that contact is made. And unfortunately for Inferno, or unfortunately for Twisted Thicket, I should say, he is out. Lightning and Grayscale up next. And it's Lightning, who's got a pretty solid lead on him. Goes over the jump. Grayscale contacts one of the barriers, and that is going to eliminate any chance he had at coming back. Lightning keeps it clean, staying true to his name, fast and furious, and he gets the victory. There's a couple more to go today. 2 races left. Fiesta and Ocean Breeze is one of them. And here we go, Ocean Breeze, one of my favorite looking marbles. Fiesta, one of the oldest in the competitions. They go over the line, and they both hit the same barrier, but it looked like Ocean Breeze contacted Fiesta in the air, and Fiesta was able to save himself at the expense of his competitor. The 7 seed advances. 2 versus 15, Atlantis versus Carmel. Let's see what we got here, and it is Carmel who gets the lead. Got a pretty solid lead, and he's actually stretching it here. Atlantis having trouble with the walls. He is going to make an effort, but he's not going to get back in this race. Carmel is going to win the final race of round 1 and secure advancement, knocking out one of the 2 seeds. And overall, that is a wrap on the first day of Marble Madness. The round of 64 is complete, and we'll see you back here next week for the round of 32 and the Sweet 16. For all of us here at the channel, hope you enjoyed the video, and make sure to check in next time. Take care.